Good evening. I hope that you had a great day. Hope it was productive. I hope no one killed your joy. It's crazy because throughout the day, I think about what I want to talk about. I think about what I want to say. Think about who I want to reach. And then when it comes time to start, I'll draw a blank. There's one thing that people that know me know that I have become kind of popular for being called either Miss Liz or Auntie, because I'm always dropping wisdom everywhere that I go. As I tell the young ladies and men, when I give you information, I don't give it to you to make you change the way that you move. Not trying to change the way that you think. I'm not trying to change the way that you feel. What I'm doing is planting a foundation, though, so that when a situation comes up and you think that you're the only one and you think that you can't make it through, I want you to know that you will. It gets really bad sometimes. I lived many days not thinking that I was going to make it, but I did. There's a lot of women out there that are in relationships and have been married for 20, 30, and 40 years. And they're not necessarily happy, and the man probably isn't either. But what I'm finding is definitely the man and woman, they move totally different. A man will be in a relationship and he'll go out and the relationship will be over today and he'll be in another one the very next day, about to get married shortly thereafter. A woman, not so quickly. And there's no reason why you have to. I remember I was at the laundromat and I was talking to an older lady, and she kind of started talking about her daughter and the fact that her daughter had, children, and she wasn't necessarily pleased with the path that her daughter had taken. And she talked about, we kind of shared our stories and some differences in it, but there were more similarities than not. And she was like, my daughter comes and she messes up my good towels, and I hide my good towels, and I put them here and I put them there, and I do this and I do that. And one of the things that I had to say to her was, put more emphasis on you, or put the same emphasis on you that you put on those towels. You keep the towels in the drawer, you protect them, you keep them safe, you keep them clean, you don't let people use them, but yet you put yourself out there on Front Street so people can talk to you any kind of way, abuse you, belittle you, berate you, put you down, whip you all upside your head and heart, and you take it. But your nice towels are in the closet, safe. Treat yourself with the same love and respect that you treat the material possessions in your life. I have been privileged to have brand new cars, brand new trucks, diamonds on every finger, more necklaces that I can wear, 4 and 5 bracelets, a house full of furniture. I say all that to say I've had all the material possessions. And I had all that because I was trying to find some happiness or make myself feel happy. I went out and I bought clothes and ran up credit cards and shopped till I dropped. All decorated myself. I was sharp every time I walked out the house. But I felt like crap every time that I did. I walked out and got into brand new cars. People were like, oh, very, envious and wish they had it. I'm like, no, sweetheart. No, sir. Please don't. This is just a facade. I was actually married for a little over 33 years legally. And it was a scary thing to think that of being out on my own, because I left my mother's house got married and was in his house, I never had my house. I never really knew who I was. So it was a big step for me to actually sign over my house, turn over the keys, and leave the house, the family home. I remember my lawyer asking me, "Where are you going? Where are you going to go?" And I was like, "I have no idea. But I'll figure it out." And I say that to anybody out here now that's in a relationship that you're not necessarily happy with. Do not stay because of what you think that you'll lose. Because if you're not happy and you get out of it, you will gain so much more. I have a peace of mind. I have a lightness that I've never, ever known. It was challenging at first because you do what you know. But I would challenge you to learn to do something else. Learn something else other than people pleasing and doing what people expect you to do. Because what I find is we as women, we do that a lot. Men are taught to provide, protect, and profess. And the definition of those words are subjective. I had all those, but not necessarily, they weren't necessarily what I needed out of a relationship. Because I could provide for myself if I would have been allowed to without, any problems. I love myself. I could profess to myself. And I could protect myself. Me personally, I kind of needed someone that valued me, honored me, trusted me, believed in me, lifted me up, encouraged me, supported me, and in turn, I gave it anyway, but it would have been, I can only imagine, because the way that I move is different. It could have been good. But I don't really want to focus on what could have been anymore, because as I tell people now, I have more years behind me than I do in front of me. So I really don't want to waste any more time thinking about what could have been, should have been, would have been, how it was, and all of that, because why? But I am going to use some of the things that I've been through to encourage others, to let you know that when you think that you can't, you really can. You just have to do it. I tell people at the job that I have right now, sometimes people are not happy there, or other jobs that I've had. I said, if you're not happy, leave, get another one. Because when they decide that they don't want you anymore, don't need you anymore, they're going to send you out the door, and you're going to have to figure it out. So I encourage people to figure it out. I encourage you to move on your own terms. Just as you come on your own terms, you should be able to leave on your own terms. Never ever allow yourself to be a slave to anything. I stayed, I did certain things because family meant something to me. But as they are grown now, I don't have to move the same way. And there are many out there who, your children are grown. You've done all that you can for the relationship, the situation, the circumstances. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Love yourself. Love yourself. Honor yourself. Value yourself. Be there for yourself. Encourage yourself. Don't allow anyone to tear you down belittle you, berate you. Because at the end of the day, all you have is you. And of course, we all know we have God to lean on. He's first and foremost. That's how I make it. I trust and believe in God. But at the end of the day, the fleshly part is all you have is you. Because the people that you think should be there for you will let you know with the quickness that they're not. I just come to encourage anybody who think that they can't. You can. I have a wealth of information. At some point, I'll pick topics and just talk about it. I've done the school. I've done every type of job that you could think of. I've done the marriage. I've done children. I haven't been perfect. I've found out things about my mate that I wish I didn't know. I really do. But I thought they would kill me at the time, but it didn't. So just as it didn't kill me, it won't kill you. This is not about making you leave any place. Not trying to make any relationships be over. Not being negative. Just letting you know that you have to love yourself first and foremost and make choices that's in your best interest. Because if you don't, nobody else will. Pleasant dreams.